Hi, I'm Sam.
And I'm Miguel, and this is the Didn't Anyone Mention podcast. What do you got for me today?
I guess, yeah. Seem like
So, I know we lived in Boise.
we did.
And everybody knows that at this point, I'm pretty sure, because I think we've said it a couple times
I
now.
think so.
But if you didn't know, we lived in Boise, Idaho. We're in the Treasure Valley still, which is all the big cities around here, so.
Yeah, pretty much the two most famous person in the whole valley. So
um, but I had somebody bring up the idea and wanted to see if you knew anything about it
okay.
from Boise, Idaho.
From Boise, Idaho, is it the penitentiary?
No, we already did the
Yeah, we
penitentiary.
did do the penitentiary.
It's gonna be something that we somewhere we attended.
Okay.
Okay,
Continue on.
Borah High School.
I knew it was gonna be about that old
What do you think it's gonna be about? A ghost?
ghost.
No, a ghost. You've heard about it. So,
Cockroaches?
yes, we did have cockroaches. I'm pretty sure it still does because it was a
Senior prank.
senior prank gone wrong. They mutated because they've tried to get rid of them multiple times and they've mutated.
Yep, to
They're some sort of like, I mean, that's why they say a cockroach will like survive a nuclear war or
yeah,
something.
they no longer die with roach poison or
Yeah.
fumigating the building. Didn't
Mhm.
kill them.
Yeah. So R.I.P. But no, I want you to say it. I know you know. I know you're thinking about it.
No, I don't.
The tunnels.
Yes, underneath Borah.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay. So
Yes.
you do know about it.
Yeah.
Um. Before I get into that, did you know Boise High also had tunnels under their school as well?
Not surprising.
Yeah. Um,
That's actually I didn't know that, but not surprising.
yeah. So, I mean, these buildings, like, they get built, right? And they have to put what is it called? The heater. What was it called? Boiler, whatever.
Yeah.
And they were built back in early, I mean, early 1900s for Boise High, at least. It was, the boilers and all that stuff used to heat the halls from 1912 to 1972.
Yeah.
So, pretty, like, with coal. Like, that's like how old it was.
Yeah. I believe it.
So, but a couple fun, they were like, somebody got to actually take like a tour through there. And I mean, they have like this giant fan that they were like, what the heck? What is that thing? They're like, oh,
In the
it's,
tunnels?
yeah, in the tunnels. It was a part of a geothermal steam thing
Yeah.
where it pretty much would help heat and cool the building.
Yeah.
So that was, but it was
I'm
just,
familiar with geothermal units.
oh, you're familiar?
I am.
Were you like an HVAC or something?
Sure was. Loud and proud, baby.
um, but cause yeah, it was a gal that got to go through here, but she was like, it was kind of crazy because they had like some old, like stained, like original, like glass, like from the windows. And they're just down, like, it's just down there because it was just it's just not, doesn't become relevant anymore or like gets outdated or whatever. And then it just kind of goes there to build dust.
So it's like a storage room?
Well, it's like not even just a storage room, but just like some like crazy, like cool history about the place. It's just they've got built on top of and just set aside,
Huh.
which is just kind of crazy to think about.
Interesting.
Um, but apparently it's just like the cool thing to have tunnels underneath your high school.
I don't like that one bit.
It says nothing bad happened though.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Nothing got too crazy. But okay, now what I know you really want to hear about. But
I don't know if I do or don't.
so this was back. This was an article back in 2013.
Okay.
and there is actually one of these girls.
2013. We were there in 2013
No, we weren't.
at Borah.
No, I don't think so.
Yeah,
Were
we
we
were.
at the beginning? No, we were at the end of 2013, right?
Whichever one, we were there.
Well, this was March 2013, so we weren't quite there.
Oh, okay.
So I was reading this article, and one of the person's, like one of the gal's names, that has actually been down there, um, is a very unique name. And I was like, there's no way this isn't one of, like, this has to be a sibling of one of the girls we went to, like, was in our grade.
Uh huh.
Sure enough, Facebook double checked it for me. They are sisters. Um, because Schoonover,
Oh yeah, I know.
that is a pretty unique last name.
It is.
But her one of the girls that we went to school with, her older sister actually got to go down here and has words about the tunnels.
Ooh.
So, as we heard already talked about, they were like, "Hey, like, what comes to mind when you think of the tunnels?" People were like cockroaches, and you're like, I mean, tell me something I don't know, because that place is a little crazy. But here, real quick, I'll show Miguel a picture of the tunnels. It's nothing crazy.
No, I mean, I wouldn't want to be down there alone.
I don't think I'd ever want to be down there.
I want to go see it.
You know what? You can go. You can go with our homeboy Spencer, because he's the one that asked about this. So.
Oh, he did.
Yeah.
Oh man. I think he's either in the military or ex-military.
I think he's in the military.
Yeah, so I'll follow him. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say, and he had to learn all the rock climbing stuff for his job.
Oh yeah.
He'd be able to know how to climb out of the dungeons, out of the tunnels, anyways.
I mean, they're probably the same tunnels.
Same
dungeons.
concepts.
Yeah.
But apparently I don't know how or why, but there was some sort of scavenger hunt that allowed like 5 students to be able to like go down to the like basement, or not to the basement, to the tunnels.
Who made the scavenger hunt? Pennywise?
No, it just sounded like a teacher.
Oh, I'm sure.
um Anyways, you're so but either so
You okay?
unfortunately, I'm sorry, I was like thinking about something and then I decided to go a different way. Unfortunately, besides like water, like sewage lines, stuff like that, it was pretty like unremarkable. It was very like straightforward. It had the pipe. I mean, I showed a picture to Miguel. It's just the pipes going down the halls. There was nothing really down there. Um, it was. I mean, there was. It's a. It's a glorified crawl space, is how it was phrased.
That's what I like to hear.
That you and your HVAC, you keep on sprinkling that in on me. I feel like
saying.
I know Miguel would say, oh, "I had a big old crawl space today. It was awesome," or "Oh, I had this crap of a crawl space today."
Yeah.
Remember when you found a snake? Oh wait, that was
Snake.
you found a dead snake.
Oh, that was in an air duct.
Oh, it wasn't in a crawl space. That makes it even worse, because then they're just breathing it in.
Oh yeah, I took a picture of it. The guy's like, "That's where my pet snake went."
That's so awful.
Yeah.
Like,
It was like molded over too. I think I still have the picture.
ugh, I don't even know if I could look at the picture without being like, ugh.
It is pretty gross. Yeah.
But there's a little pipe down there where people have written their names on it and blah blah blah, because a couple other people have, but that is essentially the the tunnels at Borah. Um, they had a couple people say like what they thought. They said, "Do you think they have underground tunnels, and what are they used for?"
Yeah.
Remember, these are high school students. Borah has underground tunnels so that the rat scientists that are running secret tests on us can study our habits and behavior in our natural environment.
Yeah.
Yeah, checks out.
Master Splinter did
Maybe for Ninja Turtles.
that.
You like set me up for that one. That was
I
good.
guess.
For maintenance and emergency situations. That girl was a senior. The rest are juniors and sophomores.
Maintenance, probably. Emergency situations. I don't see there's any.
Not here, at least. I could see like a tornado or like a earthquake maybe area. Even earthquake. I don't think you're supposed to go farther into ground.
Definitely not.
I think you're just supposed to stay in a archway or something.
Yeah, archway. That sounds right.
That sounds right.
But also, like,
I know tornado you want to get on.
just get out of anywhere. If the earth is shaking, I mean, there's no safe.
Get out like bacon.
Yeah. Like what?
I said bacon.
Is that a saying?
No, I just made it up.
Oh, no wonder it made no sense.
No, I just don't. Yeah, just like yeah, I remember when we had the earthquake here, the one earthquake I've ever seen in my entire life. And yeah, you said your whole family ran outside.
Yeah, my aunt fainted.
That's right.
I'll tell the rest of the story at the end.
Yeah, I'll tell the story of.
I don't want to cut Sam off. Go ahead.
Oh, I can go now.
Yeah, you may proceed.
I'll tell my story at that same time too. But we were in different areas.
Mine will be better. Actually, probably not.
I doubt it. Doubt mine would be. Sorry, not doubt you. And then also Borah was built by mole people.
If you're from the area, especially here in the Treasure Valley, maybe especially the South Boise residents, you might remember a school called Amity.
I went to Amity.
Yeah, that was built by mole people because it was underground.
It was an old military bunker.
Really?
Yeah. It's an old military bunker, and so like multiple times, I think they had to cancel school or close it down because the sprinklers would break, and then because it had grass, like it was like it wasn't even like dirt, like they weren't like it's underground.
I climbed to the top.
So you and every other kid, dude, that's you're on top of the world.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
If you remember Amity Elementary, I think they got rid of that now. Right?
Oh, it's like it doesn't even look the same. Makes me feel old. It looks like a modern school.
Yeah, but it used to just look. I mean, it did look like a military bunker. Now that I think about it,
yeah, that's what it was.
I wonder if we can find an old picture, and maybe post it on the Instagram for people that don't know. Yeah, because now that you say it, it really Because why would I have thought that it was anything else?
I mean, because I get because it was built in 1979.
And you were saying that it was
it wasn't. Yeah, so it was flood. It would flood. So it said that it was opened as a school, but it was a model for construction nationwide because of the solar energy and earth cover. So I guess it wasn't military bunker.
Oh, so now you're out here just spreading misinformation?
That's what I heard. That's what happens, dude. When you freaking...
Who told you it was a military bunker?
More likely a kid in elementary school.
Oh my gosh.
I was one.
Oh my gosh.
But yeah, so it looked like it was trying to be like something bougie. Some solar
that's what
power.
They came up with?
Yeah. Okay, underground.
I'm gonna try to describe this. Actually, I'm gonna wait till the end of until you're done, and then I'm gonna try to describe it to people.
No, it's okay. We're talking about schools. It's fine.
Okay. So while Sam looks something up,
I'm like, look, I have a picture of it right now.
Okay.
It's a giant rectangle.
Okay.
With this giant solar panel square in the center of it.
Okay.
And then it has. I'm trying to think of how to. It's like rays, but like, what's the word I'm looking for? The doors / the openings are like.
Yes. So
they look like rays coming out of it.
Yeah. So I think Sam had it right. Think of a rectangle, but the edges are angled in to the top to form a smaller rectangle. It's probably about 20 feet tall, I guess you could say. However, the grass and the earth runs over the top of it.
Yes.
So I can see why people thought it was a military base because it definitely looks like one. But essentially, I think we're just gonna have to post a picture. It's kind of hard to describe.
Yeah, we'll post. I'll
It
do.
looks like something Captain America would go in and fuck some shit up in there.
Yeah,
That's what it looks like to me.
or yeah, or I could see the lid coming back, and just
Launching a missile.
yeah,
Yeah.
um, yeah, but yeah, I remember sometimes it would flood because of the sprinkler, because it like had to water the grass, right?
Yeah.
Like
On
so,
top of the
yeah,
building.
on
That
top of
is
the building,
so
so that it
funny.
would like, um, but yeah, so it looks like it was one of the most expensive ones at $3.5 million. Jesus.
Really?
That is
At the time
crazy.
of construction?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, think about that. I would have hated to be a landscaper. You
Dude.
show up, you see the plans. Grass on top of the fucking building?
Well, like they're like
What the hell do you mean?
it's in the 70s, so they're like, let's plant flowers, baby.
Yeah.
Stay groovy.
Instead of just outside of the building, let's spray pesticides on top of the kids.
Oh my gosh. I have something good for you.
Hmm.
So it was a $3.5 million bond or whatever that they voted on to like make this school, right?
Okay.
Um Apparently the new construction of the like of that school was a part of a 172.5 million dollar bond that voters approved. So if that puts it in perspective, it was only 3.5 when like a bond when it was open in the 70s, and then back in 2017 it was 172 million, 172 million. That
Oh
is
my
such a
god.
difference.
Yeah, but maybe
That's
inflation
only
plays a role.
30. That's only 30 years.
Yeah.
Less than 30 years. Right? Because, yeah, it was 70. Yeah.
Yeah, I wonder how much inflation is adjusted for
And this says it
3.5
was a
million.
part of that bond. So, like,
Oh my gosh. Yeah, because you see it now and it looks just like any other building, I would say.
yeah, it was. Yeah, but it had a lot of issues. Yeah, it said leaky ceiling and lack of natural light, which was so true. It was like dark in there all the
Yeah, yeah, no
time.
wonder everybody thought it was a whatever energy they saved, they used it on lighting the place.
I know what makes it more what makes it more efficient? Because it's not like we're there during the nighttime.
Probably heating and cooling, I would say.
Yeah, but even that, I guess you'd be working as. But even the summer, you wouldn't even have to work as hard. It'd be the winter that'd be rough.
Oh, winter would be just a little chilly, you say.
You like make sure you send your kids with coats.
Yeah, we got no heat up in this bitch. Mother Nature will heat us.
Oh my gosh, we pray to the soil above.
Yeah.
Oh
Yeah.
my
Your
gosh,
teacher's like, I'm gonna put you 6 feet under. You're like, joke's on you, already are, bro.
you're like, what do you mean?
Weren't you guys the hedgehogs too?
Groundhogs,
The groundhogs? Oh,
dude. That's a top tier move. Whoever came up with that, top tier. But no, they're just the groundhogs.
yeah, it makes no sense.
That's like goofy.
Yeah.
Like now it's like, oh, we were groundhogs, but at least like, oh yeah, our school's underground. Now it's just, oh yeah,
We're
my
the
school looks.
we're the groundhogs.
They're like,
Like,
that's not
mine
into.
was cool. I think we were the grizzly bears.
I guess maybe yeah. Oh yeah, our schools were like right around the corner from each other too.
Yeah, dude, we were rivals.
I know, craziness.
Elementary school rivals. I remember.
Didn't even know who you were. You
Bro,
can't call me a rival if you didn't
bro,
even know
I
who I
remember.
was.
I'd see somebody wearing an Amity shirt, kick him to the ground.
Throw them
These
off
are
that.
my streets.
Throw them off the hill that doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah. Man, the hill at Maple Grove. Never forget. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Are you done? Okay, we were gonna tell a few stories. If you guys want to stick around.
Yeah.
So
Sorry, I wish I had more about the tunnels, but apparently there was nothing to note really.
So there may or may not be Ninja Turtles in there.
I know, and you may not be experimented on, I guess. So
Yeah, and
be
the
careful.
Amity groundhogs now are there.
Yeah. Some of them, at least, I'm guessing.
All right, tell me your story.
Oh, about what, the earthquake?
Yeah.
Fun fact: it was the day that Miguel and I moved back from the dirty scow, Moscow.
My story takes place on the same day.
What? It's not like the earthquake happened on 2 separate days here. What? Anyways, we thought a chunky person was walking up the stairs at my sister's apartment, because when you hear people walk up the stairs, because she lived in these apartments that had like the 2 levels. So there's like a ground level and then the one that you have to walk up this metal staircase
Right.
up to the second level, that's where she was at.
I don't think I ever actually went there. No, yes, I have.
I was gonna say, yeah, you did.
Yes,
You
I have.
moved us. Yeah.
We took care of an elderbug infestation there.
Yes.
I remember that. Yeah.
Because it was like a brand new build, so like these bugs were attacking. We thought, because you could hear / sometimes, since my sister's room was like one of the walls was right against it, sometimes like a couple of her things would rattle sometimes if like people were like running or like stomping really hard up those things. So we were all sitting in our room, obviously just catching up, because I just physically got into town, because it was only like an hour or 2 after we had gotten back into town. And all of a sudden we're like, what in the world? There's like, and we were on the phone with our mom, and we were like, dang, what kind of chunk is walking up the stairs? That's like, we were like, what? Who's coming up the stairs? Jesus. And my mom was like, oh my gosh, it's an earthquake. And I panicked. I was like, where's the cat and the dog? Like, where are the animals? And then Jackie's just sitting there vibing, just like my sister. She's just like,
where are the turtles?
I was like, where's the cat? I was like, my animals. I was like, where are they?
Grab the animals.
But I was like, dude, Stormy would take out somebody if he fell. So it was just, yeah, that was kind of funny though. We were just like, oh dang. And then Jackie was like riding on this high for a while. She's like, do you think we'll have another one? No, I don't think we will. She's like, dang it, I really want another one. I really want to experience it this time, because we didn't even know what was happening first, like for the first little bit. But
it's so funny.
It's goofy, but it's fun. That was my story about it.
My story kind of goes along the same lines, except where you were asking who was this chunker running up the stairs. They all blamed me. They thought I'm not even joking. I remember I was setting up my TV, and I was sharing a room with my little brother at the time, setting up my Xbox, and then they thought I was doing jumping jacks on the second floor.
You weren't even that, like, you weren't even.
No, this was like
you were fit.
I was 50 pounds lighter than I am now. Yeah, they thought I was doing jumping jacks on the second floor.
Dude, you're just like low key. You're just that family member that they just pick on. They're like, oh, he farted. It's like, no, I didn't. There's like 20 other people in this house right now. Why are you picking on me? It's just how you go.
I'm the one they pick on?
You're the scapegoat.
I am the scapegoat. But then when I rip on them, I hurt some feelings.
Yeah. They just know you can take it.
I know. At what cost? Anyways. So they thought I was doing jumping jacks. Yeah, which is kind of fucked up. But then out of nowhere, I guess not out of nowhere, but one of my sisters, I hear, get out of the house!
Which
like,
one?
Screams it. My second oldest. Second oldest sister. And I was like, oh, okay, so this is serious. So I run downstairs and run outside, and then, yeah, sure enough, there's an earthquake. Everybody's outside, right? My aunt that lives with us, she is also there, and we tell her she doesn't know what's happening. The world is shaking. It's like, oh, it's an earthquake, and then she faints. She passes out, and I was like,
I don't mean to laugh, but it's just so funny
Yeah,
every
it
time
is
you
on
say
the
it.
driveway. She passed out on the driveway, and I remember like this is my first day back.
I
Like we drove through all the seasons to get to Boise.
know.
We drove through all the seasons, then we end up having an earthquake. Now my aunt's passed out in the driveway, and to top it off,
And it's COVID. It is the
it's
beginning of
yeah,
COVID.
it's COVID time, and to top it all off, my dad isn't like, "Oh, wake up" to my aunt. No, he's slapping her hard on each side of her face, just saying, "Wake up!" Like he's slapping her hard. So I remember coming home, I'm like, "What the hell?" And then nobody was phased by it. Nobody was phased by it.
You're
I
just
was
like,
just like watching it happen, and they're like, "Oh yeah, she faints sometimes." Like, what the fuck?
you're like, since when? I've
Like,
been
dude,
gone for like 3 years, not even.
yeah, I'm like, what? This
Ugh,
this was not a thing.
it was so funny. Every I can't remember because I can't remember if I called you right after or at least at some point later that day. And you're like, you never would believe.
Yeah, dude, it was the weirdest part was that nobody like questioned it. They were just like, yeah, that happens. And my dad was like, wasn't little taps on the face, like they were full on slaps. It was
I
wild.
don't understand.
Yeah,
She needs to get that checked out, dude.
I know. Yeah,
Oh my gosh.
there was one more story I was gonna tell at the end. Forgot.
I just remember that one.
No, so I'll tell you more at the end.
Oh, the um how you used to chuck kids down a
Oh
hill.
yeah, this is how I remember it. I mean, this is about 20 years ago. Oh my god,
You sound real old.
yeah, back in my heyday. But but back in the day, Spencer was there. I know he was. We went to the same elementary school, but it was during recess. I think I was in second or third grade. I can't remember. However, it was
Just love this.
it was dude. I remember it like Infinity War.
I see it. I can like I have like a little like bubble. I see when you talk about it, like I'm watching it,
Yeah,
like in third person, not in your eyes, not in the other one's eyes, just like I'm watching a
yeah.
movie.
So this is what Sam envisions. Okay, me and my friends. So there's like 6 of us at the time, and it was before school started or during recess. I can't remember. Either way, there was kindergartners there. Okay, and at Maple Grove elementary school, they had a hill over on the south side of the whole lot, and it was a pretty decent hill from what I remember. But honestly, it was probably like maybe 8 feet tall, not very big hill. But we called it the hill. And it was a snowy winter morning. Like there was probably 3 to 4 inches of snow on the ground, and I remember me and my friends were hanging out at the top of the hill, and then these kids come up and they try to kick us off, like, "Hey, no, we're playing on this hill." And we're like, "No, this is our hill." And then we just started throwing them, like grabbing them by their legs and doing like a hammer throw and just throwing them off this hill. Okay. We did it to like 1 or 2 kids, but then they wouldn't stop coming. They would just, they were having the time of their lives, and we were in the middle of a war. Like, imagine like Infinity War when Thanos, I was about to call him Thanos, when Thanos releases the gremlins or whatever. That's what it felt like at the time. Grabbing kids, bro, by the freaking head, the legs, just throwing them, chucking them down the hill, and they just got up and kept running back up.
Do you think they were like, dude, this is fun actually?
Yeah, probably.
Or did you think they were like, I can't let them?
I think it was a bit of both. Because I don't know how strong I was as a second or third grader, but man, was I chucking them. Yeah, all of us were
That's
really.
so funny.
Yeah.
Oh, I was still going to. Oh, that's just so funny. I laugh so hard
I wish I
because I
could go
can
back
just
in
see your
time.
face.
Dude, yeah. I wish I could go back in time. I think at some point we were also holding arms and legs and chucking them like sailors did off the boat or something.
Onto the hard frozen ground. LOL.
I mean, there was snow, so they're probably fine. But I wish I could go back
Okay.
in time and like display it, display to you this war fight, this war scene, and also the time that we broke into that school. That's a story for a different day.
I know. I was wondering if it was gonna come up.
Yeah, I just remembered it. I'll never forget that feeling. But that'll be a story for a different day.
Yeah, because Miguel's a delinquent.
I'm not a delinquent. I'm actually eloquent. So
I don't even know what that word means. Sucker. Just kidding. I'm joking. I know what it means. Okay, well, see you on the next one.
see you guys later.